Hi everyone, it's Daniel here. Today I'm going to be doing something a little different. So yeah, today I've decided to pick 10 British sitcoms that you need to watch right now. So yep, this is my opinion. I had to pick 10, so yeah, well, I didn't have to, but I've just decided to go with 10 in no particular order, but I will be going through them from oldest to more recent. So yeah, there's going to be a few sitcoms that I didn't pick and you lot might think that I'm really unfair, but these 10 shows definitely have a special place in my heart. So yeah, a couple of these shows I've actually reviewed before, and if you're lucky I might even do some of the others. So yeah, anyhow, let's begin. So the first sitcom is Only Fools and Horses, of course. A legendary sitcom that lasted 22 years, and yeah, here's a box set. So yeah, I'm not doing a review of this, but yeah. The show focuses on Del Boy, played by David Jason, Rodney, played by Nicholas Lyndhurst, and then at the start of the series, we have Grandad, played by Leonard Pearce. Leonard Pearce would sadly pass away in 1984. And then in Series 4, he would be replaced with Uncle Albert, played by Buster Merrifield, who sadly passed away after Time on Our Hands. And yeah, this show had a total of 64 episodes. Yeah, definitely sitcom worth looking at. You know, Dal and Rodney are dying to become millionaires, and yeah, they end up becoming millionaires out of nowhere. Yeah, the last 3 episodes, yeah, I still enjoyed them. I think Strangers on the Shore is definitely the best one, but the other 2 are still great, and yeah, quite a heartwarming series. You know, a few bumps along the way, but you know, I'd highly recommend every episode. Well, there's one episode which even John Sullivan couldn't stand, but yeah, I would highly recommend each series. There's 7 series, and how many Christmas specials? I think there's about 19, I think. I'm not 100% sure, but I don't know why I picked 19, but it says 15 on here, but like, yeah, the first 3 Christmas specials, they feel like normal episodes, but except for the fact they take place at Christmas. To Hull and Back onwards, the special episodes would feel more like specials, being an hour or longer. So yeah, Only Fools and Horses, a classic sitcom from 1981 to 2003, and yeah, definitely worth a watch. So that's my number 1 pick. My number 2, I've decided to go with Blackadder, but I'm mostly focusing on Blackadder 2 to Blackadder Back and Forth. So yeah, the Blackadder, I'll recommend it, but the humour's very different. There was a pilot which is actually quite similar to the later series, Baldrick being the stupid one and Blackadder being the more, you know, the more fearless one who just, yeah. I think Blackadder's just a great show, and a great cast of characters. We have the 4 main Blackadders here. There's also a Christmas special, Blackadder's Christmas Carol, and another special, Blackadder Back and Forth. So yeah, which focused on the millennium, and yeah, him just travelling back in time. He travels back to the days of Blackadder 2, and yeah, it's quite an underrated special in my opinion. We've got other characters such as Percy, which later Tim McInerney would play Captain Darling in Blackadder Goes Forth. In my opinion, that series is the best, but Blackadder 2 and Blackadder the Third are still highly recommendable shows. So yeah, we have Melchett. You know, obviously that character changes, and we get the introduction of George, which he's basically Percy's replacement, I guess, from Blackadder the Third onwards. The humour's great. There's so many funny moments. What I forgot to mention about Only Fools and Horses is that there's so many funny moments, and yeah, each episode has at least one key moment. So yeah, each episode of Blackadder 2 to Blackadder Goes Forth are all top notch and just very very watchable. If you love British sitcoms and you've not checked out Blackadder, I highly recommend you do. So yeah, That's my number 2. My number 3 is going to be Watching, a show written by Jim Hitchmuth, and focuses on Malcolm and Brenda. Malcolm's a bird watcher, and Brenda, she watches people in pubs and is a massive wind-up to people. But yeah, another great show. I've talked about it a lot on the channel, and yeah, I'd highly recommend it. I've not watched it in a while, I know. Yeah, oh well. Great characters, Pamela, Brenda's sister. Paul Bown is a very underrated actor. You've seen him in Mr. Bean, first episode, but yeah. Patsy Byrne plays Marjorie, Malcolm's mother, and she's brilliant. And yeah, there's 7 series of this show. It's quite long, but I highly recommend it, and especially I would highly recommend the first 4 series. If just for example, with any of these shows, if you just get bored, just watch these series, and maybe not bother with the rest. But yeah, still a lovable show, very heartwarming. And it's definitely one of the best romantic comedies I've ever seen. Quite different, to be fair, and sort of realistic. So yeah, Watching is my number 3 pick. I love the show, and yeah, done a review of the show and the box set, and yeah, highly recommend it. Next, my number 4 pick is Red Dwarf. So yeah, another great show. Got the series 1 to 8 here. Such a great show. I've ranked all the series. I would highly recommend the early series 1 to 5, 6. Yeah, I'd recommend that. Most of the episodes in that series are good. Series 7 and 8, yeah, I'd still recommend them, but beware that it is slightly different. And yeah, Rimmer's absent for half of series 7, but yeah, series 3 is definitely the best. So many funny moments in this show. Just a very clever show as well. I mean, it focuses on Dave Lister, Arnold J. Rimmer, the cat, Holly, the male and female versions, and then later on Crichton. So yeah, another great show. I would highly recommend Red Dwarf if you love sci-fi. And if you've watched the latest series of Red Dwarf, then that's great, because clearly I haven't, but well. So Red Dwarf's my number 4 pick. We've also got other characters such as Captain Hollister, Christian Kachansky, Peterson, Chen and Selby, all them lot, and yeah, quite a big cast in Red Dwarf. But mostly just focuses on the 4 main characters. So my number 5 pick is One Foot in the Grave. So yeah, another great sitcom focusing on Victor and Margaret, Mildred. I love these two. Victor's just angry, frustrated, and yeah, he's daft at the same time. He's forced to retire at 60, which the first episode gets me every time. I know, for some reason the scene's supposed to be funny, but just him being forced to retire and just him walking home all miserable and stuff. Yeah, it's just a heartbreaking scene. Quite a dark comedy as well, written by David Renwick. There's other characters such as Patrick and Pippa, Nick Swaney, and Jean Warboys, which sadly her actress Doreen Mantle passed away last year. Rest in peace. She lived up to 96, so yeah. Was it 96? No, she lived up to 97, yeah. 97 years old, that's really good. Even better, but yeah. There's 6 series of this show, with a few Christmas specials in between. I think this show is absolutely fantastic. Just a clever sitcom. I'd highly recommend the early series. I think even series 1 is actually really good. Unfortunately, they have to move because of problems with the house, and yeah, I'll let you find out that for yourself if you don't watch this show. So yeah, One Foot in the Grave is my number 5 pick. Yeah, the show was filmed in 1989, but then broadcast in 1990, and then series 2 was filmed on the same year the show was first broadcast. But yeah, my number 6, Men Behaving Badly, of course, catchy theme tune. Stars Martin Clunes, Neil Morrissey, but first Harry Enfield as Dermot in the first series, Leslie Ash, and Caroline Quentin. So yeah, another great show. Love this one, very funny. Series 1's still good. But once Tony came into the series, Neil Morrissey's character, he just made the show better, and he appeared ever since. Gary's a great character as well. Him and Dorothy have like sort of an on and off relationship, but like unlike Malcolm and Brenda's relationship, these two kind of like take it more seriously, like towards the end. And it's just a great show. Deborah's another great character, the upstairs neighbour of Gary. Just a brilliant show. There's 6 series and a few comic relief specials, Christmas special as well, and then there's the Last Orders, the last 3 episodes. So yeah, I'd highly recommend the entire show, but just watch it from series 1 up to series 6. Trust me, if Harry Enfield, you could kind of tell he wasn't going to last more than 1 series, but I think he was still superb whilst he was still in the show. But yeah, if Harry Enfield is not your sort of actor, comedian, but just go along with it and just hope for the best for series 2. Number 7, we have Chef, another show with a catchy theme song. Gareth, he's a chef, he's a different character. Lenny Henry's a really good actor, comedian and singer. He runs his own business. He has issues with his wife Janice, but and then Everton, he's sort of like the comic relief character. Another great show. Series 1 to 3 is great. Series 1 and 2 were filmed in millimetre film, and then series 3, I think they used like real, like actual studio sets and stuff, and the show was filmed in videotape, which it was about time the show was filmed in videotape, but still love it. So another great show, some great characters along the way, and just brilliant. I think this is another great show, and I'd highly recommend it if you love Lenny Henry, if you just love cooking. Well, it's not all about cooking, it's just about running a business, being head of the game and whatnot, and just a brilliant sitcom. Highly recommend that. I would highly recommend this show. So that's my number 7 pick. My number 8 is going to be Father Ted. This is an Irish sitcom, but I still class it as British because why not? Another great show focusing on Father Ted Crilly, Father Dougal Maguire, Mrs. Doyle, and Father Jack Hackett. So another great show. Unfortunately, 2 of these cast members are sadly no longer with us. Dermot Morgan passed away a day after they finished filming. And then Frank Kelly died exactly 18 years after Dermot, so very sad, but lovable show, very funny throughout. Series 1's great, Series 2 definitely has the most episodes, and then Series 3's also really good as well. So the show started off with a bang and ended off with a bang. It's just brilliant, and I'd highly recommend it. It's a bit more comical than the rest of these shows. I'd say it's got more comic violence than say something like Red Dwarf or One Foot in the Grave, that sort of thing. But still a very good show. Graham Linehan wrote the show very well, and just brilliant 90s sitcom. So that's my number 8 pick. My number 9 is going to be Phoenix Nights. I've seen Peter Kay live, a very good show. I'd highly recommend it. Both series are great. The show only lasted 12 episodes. I've got the Peter Kay collection box set here. The club's run by Brian Potter, the Phoenix Club, which used to be the Neptune. The Neptune Club in that Peter Kay thing. If you've not seen that, I'd highly recommend that as well. That's more of a mockumentary sort of thing, sort of like what Ronnie Barker did with 7 to 1. But still a great show, some great characters. Joey St. Clair, Max and Paddy, which would later have their own spin-off show. I'm not seeing that. Holy Mary. There's actually quite a few characters in the show. Dodgy Eric, quite a recurring character, appeared once in both series 1 and 2, and just an absolutely funny sitcom. I've found most of it really funny, really silly, but Just a lot of references to that Peter Kay thing. Keith Lloyd was in an episode. Keep far away from him, especially if you have dogs. But yeah, just another great show. It's held up pretty well for most of the show, but yeah, it was a show of its time, and yeah, I respect that. So I'd highly recommend Phoenix Nights. And finally, my number 10, I'll have to go with The Inbetweeners, of course, classic show, coming of age sitcom, featuring Jay, Will, Neil, and Simon. So yeah, great cast, great characters. The Inbetweeners movies are also great as well. I'd highly recommend both of them. Out of the two, I'll probably prefer the first one, but the second one's still really good. And honestly, it just made me laugh so much. This show has a lot of funny moments. I can literally quote some of the stuff the characters say. It's absolutely hilarious. Yes, I would give the show 5 stars. Definitely a comedy that's held up very well, mostly in modern times. But yeah, just a classic show, and yeah, definitely has the more mature content out of all these sitcoms. Due to just you find out for yourself. If you're not watching Inbetweeners, I'd highly recommend it. I've got the DVD box set right here, which contains the first 3 series, the only 3 series in the movies, and a few bonuses along the way too. So yeah, I'd highly recommend the Inbetweeners, and yeah, just top-notch show. So yeah, thank you for watching, everyone. This has been my 10 sitcoms you need to watch, and yeah, I would highly recommend them all. And yeah, thanks once again. Take it easy, and if you've watched any of these shows, please do let me know and let me know what you think. So yeah, thanks once again, and take it easy. Peace.